imagine this, you have a loved one, a friend, a relative who is elderly or just has a disability and they cannot take their medication. My brother-in-law, Ronnie, he could not take his medication. And for this reason, I had to find a way, because I had to take care of him, and I had to find a way for him to take his medication when I was not there. If you had this situation, you can understand what I'm talking about. And that was my purpose for coming up with TimeTouchTake, is because I had to find a way for him to take his medication and take it on time with me not being in the house. He was not the only person that was in this situation. There are over 54.1 million seniors in this country, and of those seniors, they take at least 17 different prescriptions a year. The blind is another category, because my brother-in-law was blind, and to be blind and elderly and not able to take your medicine is a double whammy. There are over 4 million blind people in this country, and they cannot take their medicine without support systems. And this is me doing an example of my prototype. There are the market share for medication dispenser systems is 8.12%. The global market is 3.9 million by 2027. In the US, it'll be 1.1 billion by 2025. The problem is, as you get older, you have limited dexterity. It's hard to distinguish those little small pills that you take every day. It's hard to distinguish those. The pills are small, and the doctors they have limited time to give you when they're prescribing medication. So elderly people don't understand what the medication says. Not only elderly people, but a lot of different other people. The problem must be addressed. There are 6,000 to 9,000 people who have medication errors. There are 6,000 to 9,000 people who die from medication errors. Adults aged 75 years and older account for 64% of the medication errors. And when you turn 65, 40% of the people 65 and older have memory loss. So they forget to take their meds. I know there's some people in here who are not 65 and you forget to take your meds. There are a lot of different companies out here that sell medication systems. Search is the one I'm talking about. But the one that I have is different. It is designed for the elderly and for the visually impaired. And as you can see, my system will have features that the other systems don't have. I did a survey to find out if this was something that people needed, and I found out that over 70% of the people who took the survey said they would be excited to have a system that you gave them a time to take their meds and reminded them to take their meds. Who completed the survey? The blind, the people who had physical disabilities, and people who were elderly. It's really bad to give a survey to people who are not going to use the actual product. The top brands we have are Hero, MediaCube, Philips, and Levi. These are just some of the brands and the different prices for the medication systems. My plan is a little bit different. My plan is a smart device. It's helpful, it's easy to use, and it's innovative. This is the first prototype. We're working on a second prototype as we speak. I'm meeting with engineers. I've been texting them all day to, kind of make it a little bit better. So from that, this is what it looks like. It's kind of like an old cigarette machine. When you put your money in, years ago we had a cigarette machine, you put your money in, you pull the cigarette out. Well, this is different. You put your pills in every 7 days. The alarm goes off, you press the button, you take the pills. This is going to have a locked top, because people who are in hospice, a lot of times their medication is taken from them and they're not able to take their meds because someone stole their medication. So this is going to have automatic where the caregiver can lock the top and no one can open it. When they get finished the meds, they'll be able to put it in the holder. This is a little video. And that's it.
Oh, okay. So you fill the bottle up and this just drops the bottle.
Yes, it drops the bottle. And
3, 4, and that's the 4 bump dots for the fourth
Right.
one of the day.
And what it's going to be, we're going to have a little chute right here where the mouth part, right here.
Right down here.
No, right here on the bottle.
Oh, okay.
On the bottle, we're going to have a little mouthpiece there in case, if you don't want to open the bottle and take your meds, you can just take it and put it up to your mouth and take your medicine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because one of the things about people with diabetes and high blood pressure is the little bitty pills that they have to take, and those are the ones that are being dropped on the floor.
Yeah, little center pills. I drop them all the time.
Okay. And the other thing about the bottles is if you drop it on the floor, the design that we're going to have is like this one. If you drop it on the floor, the bottle is not going to roll.
It's also not going to break.
No. See, you drop it on the floor, it's just going to...
Kind of bounce a couple of times, but stay in the same place. You're just not going to go across the floor.
Right. That's exactly.
That's the good thought. Because that happens a lot. I like it. One of the things I was thinking about was if somebody I listen to a lot of blind podcasts. And one of my favorite podcasts is this guy in Scotland, blind guy. And he's got a bad tremor in his left hand, but this is something that somebody with a tremor could still easily operate it.
Yes, and we're going to try to put a buzzer in here and make the buttons probably a little bit easier for you to push in, because that's... When I did that survey with about 30 people, and after I did the survey, I found out, I asked them, would this solve problems for you? And these are the things that they said. It save them time, it'll prevent for them missing their medication. They would take their medicine on time, and it reduced the errors in them taking their medication. The next main question, well, would you purchase it? And that's a big thing. Would you buy it? And over 68% of the people that I talked to said that they would, and 30% said probably would, so I'll count that. It's almost 90% of the people that I surveyed said they would purchase it. Where am I at now? Who are my customers? Insurance companies, I have already gotten certified to accept Medicare. I'm going to work with senior homes. I've talked to several of them. The VA, I'm working with them. I've gotten my SAMS number, and I'm going to be working with the VA trying to get those. I've talked to steel distributors, and they are going to be my distributor, and direct sales. Of course, I'm definitely going to do direct sales. How I'm going to attain new customers? I'm going to do educational campaigns. I'm going to take referrals, social media, new product launches, and customer-driven campaigns by other customers. Where are we now? I've done the CAD drawings, the packaging, the manufacturer, I'm working with them. Storage for the office, I've got that taken care of. Marketing will be an ongoing process. This distributor, again, I told you, I've got this legal, I've taken care of the non-provisional patent. I've got my CPA, attorney, all of those. App design, definitely that is a meeting tomorrow of the minds. We are working with the app design and the technical people in tomorrow around 3 o'clock. And basically that's it. We are ready to get started. The startup costs, I've put those out there. And that's something that I'm just gonna pass right on over. I believe that once this company gets started, within the next 6 to 8 months after we launch, the company will break even. I plan to launch in March of this year. And when I talk to the engineers, they feel like that we will be able to launch this year in 2023, March of 2023. We are making through 5 units, and we're going to pass them around the state to different people, different disabilities, and have them try them to make sure that they work. This is my team. I've got people who have experience in manufacturing and design, and you have George Horton, Stuart Whitaker, Bill Hodge, and Dale Thomas. Most of these people are in Mississippi. It's a Mississippi product, and I want it made and designed in Mississippi. I have an advisory board, and I have a legal team. My thoughts is that I am doing this not because I need to make a living. I'm doing it because I want to make sure that seniors have an opportunity to stay in their home and be safe. Thank you.